Hey everyone, my name is Heath Rost. I'm the owner of Personable Media and the founder of the Predictable Estate Planner. This is me and my family, my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. And I'm going to teach you guys 3 things today that you need to know about generating leads online as the owner of your law firm. I'm only going to take 5 minutes to do it. So first off, who am I? As I said before, my name is Heath Ross. This is me at a recent speaking engagement. I am an expert on the psychology of websites and conversion. And here is my very first book series that I put out on that topic. And the Marketing Black Book for Estate Planning Attorneys, which takes principles from all 4 books and puts them into a nice, neat package just for estate planning attorneys. And of course, all the places that I've been featured. So first, we're going to hear from some of my clients.
Since I started working with Heath, I've had tremendous growth in my law firm. I've gone from $15,000 to $20,000 a month to now averaging $70,000 to $80,000.
Hi, I'm Christy Hancock. I'm an estate planning attorney, and I recently opened my own firm and then started working with Heath and just had my first $25,000 month last month. So super excited. Thank you, Heath.
Before we had even completed the onboarding process, I closed a $3,000 sale, and I have a bunch of others on my calendar, callbacks on my calendar.
I'm actually going to cut this short right here because I do want to fit this into 5 minutes, but those can go on and on. Results from one of our clients. He has made an excess of 1.2 million in the last 4 years that he's worked with us. He was at 400K a year annually, and now he's up into the 7 figures. And we share this with his permission, of course.
Well, I didn't think it would be possible to do much more than I was doing last year. And then this month happened where I've doubled this month what I did last January. And it's not because I'm working double the hours or that I'm available all day, all evening, and all weekends. If anything, I'm actually cutting back more.
So you just heard from Michael, the man who has had that significant growth in the last 4 years. And I'm going to teach you 3 things that he did to get there and to be able to do it without working more. Our secret sauce, you guys, is your website. It's the first thing I'm going to teach you. Your website is vitally important to generating leads online. It's more than just a website. It is your entire marketing funnel. It is your nurturing sequence. It is your front office. And guys, your website is your conversion mechanism. The more value, the more heart that you put into the user experience that people have when they're on your website, the more it's going to convert. We're experts at making it convert for you.
They were a referral, but they were able to easily book the call. Right. And so that was actually one of the first ones that came through. They were referred by a person, but because my website was so easy to book a call, we were able to book them right in.
I know that people are reading them because I talk to people and they're like, oh, your website is just so easy to read and has all this information and, you know, it's not confusing.
Hire an expert that really understands the user experience of your prospects when they land on your website. Second thing I'm going to teach you is about website traffic. Now, there's 2 types of traffic. There's organic and there's paid. I'm going to teach you about organic traffic right now. 4 ways to rank up organically. First one is Google reviews. Having great Google reviews is going to really help you. The second thing that you may not know and is not very intuitive is conversions reported. Every time that you get a conversion, somebody finds your website through a search engine and you're connected through Google Analytics and through Google Ads, when you report that back to Google, that lets them know that that person found what they were looking for, and this helps you boost your ranking organically. And we set that all up when you get started. The other ways are average time spent on your website and average number of pages viewed. These things go hand in hand. Why do you think that is? Well, think about it. You know, if you're having a conversation, the longer your conversation, the more educated your prospect is going to be. Versus, you know, what is software, right? Software that we use, we don't really want to use the software for a long time. We want it to be quick, efficient, get in, get out. Our data is where it is, but a website's different. It's a conversation. You want this to be long and drawn out. You want them to spend as much time on your website as you can so that you can have a longer conversation so you can get a better qualified lead when they finally decide to reach out. Paid ads side of things, that's the other way to get traffic. And most people know how to do paid ads, but they determine whether or not it's actually working by how well it's converting. And if you don't have a conversion mechanism, a great website to convert it, you may think that the website or that paid ads don't work, but they do.
We used to have no traffic at all to our website until we found Heath. Now we have all kinds of traffic coming in that actually converts.
Actually attracted. She has two mid-spectrum autistic children and has been freaking out about needing to have a plan for like ever. And it's like, how did you find me? And she's like, Google.
So you can get found and they will reach out to you online. Last thing I'm going to teach you is smart lead tracking. So reporting and the data, right? So most people do this by saying, all right, first I have your webmaster and then I have your website, right? And then they go straight from your webmaster who owns your domain and does all of your hosting straight into your website that is capturing the data, and then they put it into a third-party software. What makes us different is that instead of going straight to third-party software, we mine all of the lead data, right? So we actually massage the lead data prior to putting it into your third-party software. This gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of scalability to know exactly how that data is being used, and to be able to make sure that when you get it in that third-party software, it's compatible with that software, and you're not having to submit support tickets because the data isn't coming in the way that you expect it with that third-party software. You can massage it before it even gets there, and you can have easy access to it. So that's the third thing that I'm going to teach you today.
Now we've got a system that by the time someone comes in to sit down and talk to me, they're partially sold before we even sit down.
I feel like it's now built on a firm foundation that we can grow and scale from. Because before working with Heath, we'd get leads here and there, but we weren't capturing them in a systematic way so that we could nurture them and move them forward. And now we have that. We have that system in place. We have that foundation in place. And we have the good problem to have of actually having, in some ways, too many leads that we can properly nurture right now. But we have the system in place, so we are properly nurturing them, which then gives us the ability to grow and scale.
So guys, that's a really good problem to have. Having too many leads that you're worried about actually being able to serve everybody.
I feel like it's now...
This is what a 1 month timeline looks like for working with us. We have 3 onboarding calls. Your website's launched after 1 week. Your entire system's launched after 2 weeks. And we have ongoing content support calls, one-on-one with me, so that we're creating new content and publishing it on your website for the next 3 months. We get everything set up really nice and quickly, but then we have a nice, slow, drawn-out process to get the content on your website and make sure that it's effective and has all the right information on it. Here's what the 3 month timeline looks like. We also have support calls with other that are attorney led, with other attorneys that are creating their own content, and they talk about other things too on that call. To book a call with us to get started, just head over to predictableep.com.